Hey everyone, this is Wei and welcome back. Let's do another action pose, and this time it's gonna be of Steph Curry. So let's get started and I'll talk about the process along the way. Alright, so let's draw this action pose of Steph Curry dribbling. And I'm just gonna start out kind of like a little bounding box on his chest. Just trying to figure that area out. Okay, and then from there, let's say his spine kind of goes back a little bit, right? It's kind of tilting back that way. So I'll give me a nice tilt. And then his hip is gonna come down here. And then we can actually draw, we can draw his legs first or we can draw his arms first, but let me draw his legs since it's very dynamic. So here, again, you can do, if you want, you can do like a stick figure. I'm just gonna come down here. Okay, that's his joint, his knee, and it's pretty straight. So it's coming down this way. Okay, and then you have his foot there. And if I were to, let's see, well, I can do this or I can do, oh, let's do the back leg first. So the back leg slants down and his knee is gonna be, you can measure kind of like the angle, the slant from this knee to the other. You know, it's a little bit lower because his hip is being twisted here, okay? So let's see this one, and this one just kind of goes straight back, and then you got the shoe, his foot coming down here, and then this foot. So there's not a lot of stuff going on because it's just going backwards. But you still have to, you know, kind of know where the joints are a little bit. All right. So we can go back to the hip. It's a little bit harder to see because, you know, the baggy clothes and stuff. But let's see. All right, let's just draw the legs. Let's just go for the legs. So I'm gonna draw a cylinder representing his whole upper leg right here, right? His thigh. So you see that? And this is important, you know, these are like contour lines going, you know, just to remind you that, you know, this leg is coming forward toward you. And then right here, let's see, we're gonna skip the knee, and it looks like it's pretty, this is almost like straight. So we can actually just do like a cylinder like this. Okay, because it looks like it's pretty, doesn't look like it's going back or anything. And then he's got the shoe, his foot. Okay, so again, you see how I'm doing these contour lines just to show me, you know, that it's kind of like something is coming toward you, right? So this is like like a half cylinder almost. All right, so his other leg obviously is going back. So I'm gonna do this, and it's important to draw the backside of the cylinder too because it really helps. Okay, it's like right here the back, yeah, but the contour line is going this way. All right, so that'll let you know that it's going backwards. And then it's the other one, let's see, it's going straight back. So you don't see much of it, but you still have to do like a nice cylinder here. Just to show you that, you know. Because you do see it, I mean, it's not like it just disappears. All right, so now you got his leg, we're gonna go up. And this might seem a little bit weird that we're doing it this way, but either way, you know, I could have done the arms and stick figures first, but still all works. Okay, and then we know his arms. From here, let's see, we can do, and we know it kind of comes down all the way right around his groin area, right? So that's how you measure it. So you know that the elbow comes down this way like this. And measuring the slant, you know, keep the slant. The slant, this, yeah. So it's kind of like this to his leg, right? So you kind of measure those angles. Okay, and then let's see his other arm. Elbow to elbow, it's kind of like this slant, so it's all the way back here. And then hand to hand, it's kind of like this. So his joint's right there. So it's almost like just plotting points. All right. Okay, so let's go, let's do some cylinders. For his arm, looks like it's pretty flat. I mean, it's pretty flat in relationship to the camera, like you can't see the top or the bottom. Okay, and then we're gonna go down to his arm. Looks like it's coming, yeah, hard to say. Maybe slightly forward a little bit, but not a big deal. And then his hands right here, fingers. Don't do the fingers yet. Just kind of do it in chunk. It's almost like a glove, like a big, you know, those oven mitts. Okay, and then his other arm, let's see, it's going back. We know that one. It's going back. And then this one's coming forward. Okay, here's the contour lines. Forward, and then the hand gets lost right here, but it does cup it. We'll just draw the ball right now. Okay, let's see. And then you see we leave the head for last because the head is very versatile, you know. It's kind of like drawing the fingers. It's like drawing the palm of your hand before you draw the individual fingers, right? So the outer limb is always goes last. And since the head is very versatile, you know, it can actually rotate in different directions, and this will probably still look okay in this pose. But all right, so we're gonna draw. We can do like a circle like this. It's kind of, let's see. Well, it's almost vertical, slightly tilting this way. Okay, and then we're gonna draw. We can do, yeah, slightly looking down. So I'm just gonna do like a little circle like that. All right, so let's see. If we look at this, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm just kind of checking. So you kind of cap this, you know, overall motion for this. All right, so now let's do the fun part, right? Now we actually get to draw. I mean, I know I did it kind of slow, but I mean, normally you can I would probably do a little bit quicker, you know, have a little bit more fun with this. All right, so now that we have this, we're gonna go and finish this off. And I'm just gonna start on the right side because I just like to work from the right since I mean the left side, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this. Just gonna do some quick outlines. There's good musculature here, you know, very strong. So we can actually shade in some of that stuff. And then the clothing is the really fun part. It really brings out the motion of this. Okay, let's see. Collar here. Going to this side, collar here. So now it's just regular, really just sketching. There's the warrior logo. The clothes is kind of stuck to his body a little bit more. A lot of wrinkle going on. Let's go to this side since I'm gonna do this leg first. Okay, so it's got his pants coming out a little bit. Then let's see, he's got right above the knee, his pant short line, and then there's these folds right here, which is really important because that's really showing off the motion, you know, how this leg is coming over. And you know, the folds are complex. You can keep it simple for now, you know, it just depends on how much you want to do. So see how this clothing right here is just bunches up right around there because it's lifting this leg. I mean, those are little things that really needs to be there to sell this pose. Okay, and then his right here, his shorts opens up a little bit. And we can do this part here, his knee. Okay, this is a little bit more, quite a bit of an anatomy. But we can just, for now, we can just kind of follow the shape, right? This knee right here, this part always goes in, tucks in a little bit. Then a shoe. A lot of stuff going on with the shoes because there's a lot of reflection too, but we can simplify for now, you know. And then behind this other leg, yeah, we can just do a little bit. Let's move back to the upper body. Looks like I got his arm a little bit too out, so we can adjust for that. So okay, so let's see, muscle in. Yeah, definitely I made. So I'm just gonna adjust for it now. Here, the ball should be in a little bit closer to his body. Okay. So again, you know, don't worry about the accuracy too much. Looks like I got his head a little bit over too much on this side, just like I did with the arm. So I'm gonna adjust for it. And now I can actually start sketching in his head at the same time as I'm adjusting for it. So here's the neck. ear. Okay, right, his ear, his brow is kind of looking, his brows up. Okay, just kind of, I'm just trying to sketch in the placement of where things is. I'm not necessarily drawing, like trying to correct for his feature. Like his nose is right here, his mouth. So very simple. Let me erase some of these sketch lines throwing me off. Okay, his mouth is down here, and he's got a little goatee down here. All right. So it's a little, you know, it's difficult obviously at this size to make it look like them. You know, but we can do it, but we can. It's more important to kind of just get the overall placement of things, and then we can see, you know, what we can fix, you know, to get it looking kind of like him, hopefully. All right. Okay. So I mean, that's the overall feature, and we can work from there. Okay, and his clothing comes up a little bit. Yeah. So that's a, you know, it's a decent pose, you know, as long as we get the action, I think it'll be good. All right, so that's how you do, you know, action poses. You know, nice and dirty and, you know, semi accurate anatomy. All right, so I'm just gonna finish this off screen. I'm just gonna shade it a little bit, not too much, because it's really more about the action and create, you know, how the whole approach to creating, drawing an action figure. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and here's my little quick drawing of Steph Curry in action. So you pretty much saw everything on screen. I just kind of went in with a sharper pencil and just kind of highlight certain areas, but pretty much everything was done with the speed drawing. So, you know, you saw the whole process. It was very simple. We just kind of start out with, you know, the overall slant, you know, kind of drawing a box for the chest, and then go with the spine, and you just kind of fill in the area with like a stick figure. And you just kind of do the cylindrical shapes and stuff, and after that, you know, you just kind of go in and start drawing it. And in some ways, it's a little bit easier when you draw these kind of you know, basketball players, because they have this nice clothing that does a lot of stretching and folding, so it gives you a lot more direction. So it's a really cool you know, little gesture, you know, action pose for this kind of, and it's really good exercise to get you to, you know, start drawing loosely and try to see the whole figure, you know, as opposed to just one little small little part. So I hope you enjoy this little action pose of Steph, and give it a shot, see how it goes, and I will see you next time.